Good morning, everyone. This is Sibbe Bladh. It is said that rudeness is a weak person's imitation of strength. And in the same manner, confused people try to mimic the true light, while in fact living in darkness, in confusion. First of all, the enlightened person wouldn't tell you that they are enlightened. If you go against them and claim that they are not the light or haven't reached anything, they wouldn't make a big drama, a big scene about that. They would leave you to believe and think whatever you want, whatever you like. Because they know that life is about inner development of intelligence, of light, of consciousness. So they don't get worried about that. It's only those with the fake personas, fake light, so to say, that have something to worry about. And feel that it's very important what other people think. Fake light workers, they will spend their time blaming and accusing and pointing out others. They won't teach you the way to true knowledge about self, true connection with inner potential. They're not about vibration, they are about thoughts, thinking. They are ego-based, small, tiny, dark entities that are lost for now. And then try to teach us all kind of foolishness. They're talking day and night, 24/7. They're speaking and speaking, but it doesn't make any sense, does it? They don't teach you to have the deepest faith in yourself, in your ability. They claim that enlightenment is something special for special people, because they want to hide the fact that the inner light moves everything, and they, for some reason, is not a part of this flow. They have a stagnation, a blockage, which causes them to be in anti-mode, to be against other people in the deepest dualism. And they're filled with envy. They're filled with badness, you see. People who haven't reached themselves and for some reason did not get this natural spiritual realization and growth and completion tend to be jealous, and they tend to hate the true light. So there will be opponents and hostile. They want to enforce their reality on others, claiming to be something great, but in fact they are filled with lovelessness, with darkness. They are filled with bad vibes, and they're playing a theater to the world to try to bridge what is lacking within them. So they want to force you into that minimal understanding of reality. And really, they are here to confuse you. They are here to mislead you from the path of miracles, from the path of true magic. They are here to test your faith, test your intelligence, and see what you're made of. For the real invisible world that watches everything and knows everything is studying you. are reading your behavior all the time. So, there will be many false teachers and many false prophets to try to lead you astray from the true and simple, that try to complicate and confuse, because they are misled and misguided by their own illusion, by their own misunderstanding, and now they try to influence the whole world to think like they think. And these dark entities, they learn to thrive on misery, they learn to thrive on despair, they learn to use people's dreams and hopes for a better future. Enlightenment is the natural state of man, but they have been heavily genetically manipulated to have a shorter lifespan and to not be able to reach true humanhood, true light within themselves. This is one of the genetically designed human of the slave races. Slave races that was created to be like robots, mindless, thoughtless robots with no rights whatsoever and no capacity. And those who are most filled with that darkness, that void of self, they are the most rigid religious people in the world, and they want to punish and enforce their beliefs on others. The longer you get on the road of enlightenment, the more humble you become, the more humility become your essence, and also the urge to be quiet, because the world is it's like a magnet that will suck up all the energy and eat it and destroy it. So the more people speak, the more power they lose. The more they have the ability to be quiet, the more power they gain. So the true teacher won't speak a lot. They will speak essential, but they will not speak a lot. They would know that even the meaning gets lost if you repeat it too many times. Even the deepest meaning gets lost. So it's not authentic anymore. It's not real anymore. It's not living in the now, in the flow, in the truth. They're telling a story, sometimes a nightmare, sometimes a fairy tale. They tell you to believe in a dream, in some kind of collective story that they share. Because the liars, they make up stories collectively, myths that they collectively believe in and gather around, and want to teach others that it's important. And these lies, these false truths, they become the official story, the accepted truth. Because people love to believe in rumors. They love to believe in fantasies. Reality is not fun, they think. Of course, they probably never have been connection in true reality of the cosmos. But their ego will tell them it's not fun, because the ego don't get satisfaction. Because when you deny another, when you judge another, you deny yourself and you judge yourself. Because the judgment you put on others is the judgment that you will have yourself. That's how you will be judged. So one has to have a humble mind. One has to have a huge acceptance for differences. One has to be wise enough to know how little you know. That is a true sign of intelligence, that you are aware of how little you actually know. What we need to know if things come out of love, if they come out of a wish to do well, or if they come from thoughtless, egotistical behavior and psychology. And people's behaviors reveal who they are. It cannot be hidden. It is said by the wise that if you just listen long enough to somebody, they will tell you everything you need to hear. So we have to learn how to listen. In fact, we can only inspire each other. We can have a temporary master in our life. A master then meaning someone that knows more than you. It don't mean that it's the ultimate master of the universe. But for that time in your life, from that point of ignorance and darkness that you were in, it was necessary with a teacher, a guru, someone who knew more than you knew and could give you inspiration to walk the right path. And these persons are self-realized, authentic people who live in truth and set an example for people to follow with their own perfection. But they will only inspire you. They won't tell you that they are God and you need to listen to them, or that they are something special. They're simply at the right place at the right time to manifest this. Because everything has its time and place, right? That's how natural reality works. Everything has its order and its place in this order. It's not chaos, it's not chaotic. That is the root of everything. It is the conscious, the self-conscious, or what we call the divine. Self-conscious, self-aware energy. And to inspire that in others is the highest task for any that seek spiritual mastery. A person in that light won't give you a word salad, won't spit words at you like a machine gun, spit words that they don't even know are true or worthy of speaking. But they will speak from their heart, from their experience, and share. They would share knowledge to you, and you would do best to listen. And they won't punish you, they won't judge you if you don't understand or don't want to listen. They won't force you to think in their way. If you're listening, it's for your own sake. And it's out of humility that you are humble enough to understand that there are things you need to hear. And the masters can show you the path. They can lead you the way, but they cannot walk the path for you. Each soul is here to do its own work. That is the basic function of this existence. And we can inspire, we can enforce and give energy to each other and to this work. But ultimately it's up to one and ones. It's up to the individual to work on themselves and to find their true inner teacher, the divine voice within, and have an honest communication with this, an honest conversation with your higher self, and to let that lead you in a graceful way, so you humbly can finish this task of wearing a physical existence, a suit of meat, a biological robot to do the works of the soul and to enhance and reach the highest stage of completion. So you can be born in eternity and live forever. That must be the task. And there's a lot of ugly things going on in this world. It's a dark place. It's an evil place. It's a place of resistance and clashing between materia and spirit. So it's in conflict with itself, this type of existence. So we have to be very careful of people who are lost in this illusion and that think that this is real, that this is all there is and this is all that matters. You have to be careful with them because they are in the deepest conflict with themselves and they think that that is the ultimate reality. So they're sharing thoughts from that point of view. The final frontier, the ultimate limit, cannot be passed or crossed with ordinary everyday lifestyle. It requires commitment to reach higher than ever before, take something special. It is something we were used to do before the social programming, when we become digits in the social machinery and we get an ego consciousness of the world. But we subconsciously know exactly where we are, and we all know when we have crossed our limits, because the power within us responds precisely. It's a precise indicator of where you're at, the immediate feeling inside. So we have to learn, when it comes to spiritual matters, to not only be in thought, in thinking, but also feel. We have to feel the spiritual force. And many people are not used to feeling. They have shut down their feelings out of fear, out of hurt. So it's very hard to reach a spiritual realization. It can hardly be done only with the mind. Like the Jnana Yogi, one who reached enlightenment through thinking, through wisdom. It's possible, but one cannot be disconnected from the heart, from the feeling, from the vibration. It's very important to remember. All the true mystics of the world, they speak a common language. It's the language of energy, which is also the language of the spiritual world, of the electromagnetical sphere. Its code is energy levels. This level is the communication, the higher communication. And our mind, that is the tool to understand. So that tool have to be sharp, so you can truly understand. Because what you believe in will ultimately allow you to feel what you feel. You cannot become mighty or powerful spiritually without having a fierce belief that that is possible. That's why it's said that you need faith. You need a strong faith. That is true. You need to be self-assertive. You need to approve of yourself. You need an undying faith in your own power and your own connectedness with divine destiny. So you have no hesitation or no resistance within yourself. Because within you are also the ultimate guardian of the holy energy. And it will know when to open these so-called 7 seals of the human chakra system. It will not be opened until the inner guardian will let that happen. And that is when you are the most authentic, real and true and refined spiritual essence, then the gate guardians will open the door for you, and your own energy will pour in, and your own connectedness with divine energy, all-encompassing love of the universe. That is the greatest mystery there is to know, and we ourselves are the only thing that block us from experience this holy ecstasy. It's our illusion and confusion that complicate matter for us, and it can only be washed away with true knowledge, and true knowledge that fills the soul with light, that gives you love and good vibrations, holy energy. And you can't lie about it. When you feel it, you feel it. When it's there, it's there. It cannot be questioned. It's an absolute experience and direct, immediate connection with raw energy, knowledge. So people might theorize and speak about this, but only go with your own feeling, with your so-called gut feeling, with your heart feeling, how it feels in your chest and your stomach and your essence and your being. If it feels very good, you are on the right path. You have a communication with the higher, with the spirit world, and you walk in the right path. And it doesn't matter what other people say. You feel what you feel, and no one can take that away from you. Only if you allow them to be important for you, they have a power over you. But as long as you don't listen, you dwell in your energy, in your power, you're fine, you're good. So there's a war between the light and the dark in the world. This war is inside of us. It's a clash between the ephemeral, temporary, and the infinite, eternal. It's a point of change, and change hurts. It's an heavy existence, but when we surrender to holy love, it becomes much easier to bear this existence. So even though we are skeptical and critical to most religious views, we have to keep a faith inside, a deep faith that everything will work out, that we are going through an important process in the cosmos, in the universe, and that everything has significance, everything is alive, and wisdom is growing forever, consciousness is growing forever, and we are part of that eternal consciousness, and we have to keep that faith within ourselves. And try to be humble with those who lack faith, those who feel they have to enforce reality to be like they are, who feel the need to dictate to other people's how they should live, how they should think. We must have pity on them. They are also evolving light, they are going somewhere. But right now they work for the dark in terms of the universe, and often disguised as the light, believing themselves to be the light even, because their brains they're not optimized. They think in a box, and what's within this box seems to be very true, so they have to hammer the world with this truth that they firmly believe to be the ultimate reality. So we have to leave them and let them do what they do. Everything is clearing up. The essence is purifying itself. The process is ongoing, and we need to trust that. So stay natural, stay true, stay uncomplicated. Stay in the simple truth, the light of humility, and remember, humility is key to grace. Alright everybody, take care, bless.